April, thank you. Improving safety and security in our schools, it's a peace of mind, of course, that every parent wants.
And when it comes to safeguarding our children, every second can count. Wrapping up our Big Man on Campus series, Javier shows us some new college research aimed to slow down a school attacker.
Columbine, Sandy Hook, and Marjorie Stoneman Douglas, all mass school shootings that have led to a new study.
We received a grant from the National Institute of Justice to study barrier technologies in schools to figure out a better way to delay an attacker during an active shooter event.
Embry Riddle College of Security and Intelligence professor Tom Foley is part of the group that just received a $750,000 grant to improve K-12 school security and safety.
We're not testing for bullet resistance. We're testing ordinary building materials to see how long they'll withstand an assault.
Knowing that every minute matters.
For example, Sandy Hook took 6 minutes, first shot to last shot. And his first shot was into the entry windows of the school lobby, and that glass just collapsed out, and he stepped through.
And that's why they brought former Navy SEAL Richard Rodriguez onto the project to help with ballistics.
Each firearm also causes a different amount of damage and lethality. Now, the different firearms that are being used tells me about the mentality of the person who's using them. Are they just using a handgun because they're trying to conceal it? Are they able to use a longer gun like a shotgun or a rifle? Do they have those weapons just because they purchased them, or are they using them with some sort of tactical background mindset that they might have studied? So that information there tells me, how am I going to counteract this, from the police side? That information tells me on the research side, how am I going to attack this door or this window with what this person used?
During testing, they use a specific area in the door, which has typically been targeted by shooters trying to gain entry. But surprisingly, the door hardware is what caused most concern.
So something that as a brand new lock would probably do a great job of keeping a bad guy out, because it's 10, 15, 20 years old and hasn't been replaced, they're not functioning correctly, so it's actually creating security issues.
The objective of the research is twofold. One, to ensure the safety of all children, which hits very close to home.
As a parent, it's extremely important, because anytime you hear something, that an incident has happened, it just strikes you, so my point of view from a parent is I want to try to do as much as I can to protect not only my children, but everybody else's.
And two, to make sure we have safe schools.
The ultimate end product will be a guide that will be freely available to schools around the United States that will give them the data on the different technologies and how long they will delay an intruder.
Schools have to be locked down, and there's a lot of new products out there. The laminates that you can't shoot through. I mean, it is worth the investment.
Yeah, they've got to do something. I mean, to someday have a situation where nobody gets hurt ever again would be something else.
We will take a quick break. There's more Good Morning Arizona coming right up.